my personal space daily, but I love it.
I'm used to you coming up behind me and rubbing my shoulder or kissing my neck.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I am so glad that we had 2 shows together.
You were a great hugger when you weren't being creepy. I'm not going to mention the R word.
You're respectable, you're aspiring, you're perfect, you're excellent, and you're a youth. If anybody got that, that was for you.
Cody, you are one of the most honest, sociable players I've ever met, to a fault.
Cody, you're like my little brother who says way too many inappropriate things.
You are the person that I have got to know and see change the most over the past 1.5 years.
Even though everybody says that we made out, we did not.
I hate the fact that you script out every single break. It drives me insane, but you hate the fact that I don't.
It's gonna be sad to see you go, so I'm gonna follow you to the island.
I'm sorry. We did not. It didn't happen. It never happened. I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble there.
And I love the fact that this group made you so comfortable that you were cool with just being you and showing us your true side, which we all loved.
We got to know each other and I got that connection with you. So now that I can come up to you and talk and we can just chat like we're friends.
Thank you so much for your friendship here at Nate. I'm gonna miss you a lot. And you're gonna kick butt in Saskatchewan.
And there's a lot of loud, and then there's Courtney. And some days, you put up with a lot of our crap, and I know you secretly love it, so don't lie.
I think you're really sweet and a genuinely good person. And I also think you have definitely proved that come hell or high water, radio is where you want to be.
We can just talk about life and just girly stuff and laugh, and I just like that I can do that and have like a girl's girl to be girly with.
And I'm jealous of your hair. Craig, you're my brother. You're my sibling, my British sibling, who I don't believe is British still.
My Siggy other.
I'm gonna miss your hugs. Do you have those big arms that you bring them in and you're just like, you enwrap me?
I'm never gonna forget that time you put your hand between my leg and then accidentally touched my crotch, and it was weird.
One of the hardest working, name-dropping, kindest friends I've ever had the privilege to know.
You just don't stop, and that's what's gonna take you places in this industry.
You will be Seacrest even if you have to kill him and take his job.
And every single day I wait for your hugs, because I know that it's coming.
You're just a true friend. You're always there. You're there to help. You're there to laugh with. You're there to drive us home. You're there to party with us.
You bring so much energy, and you have helped us all out with, if we need any advice on anything, you're the one that we go to.
Evan, my bro, man, you are just the best.
Evie, you mean a lot to me.
Jones! When you would say the person's name in like high pitch, that was good.
10 years down the line, you have to know me. I'm gonna make you still talk to me. And I'm gonna listen to your show, even if it's during my show.
You know, I think it takes really knowing a person really well to be able to know exactly what they need. You know, even when you're just having a text conversation.
Probably one of the most genuinely just great guys I've ever met. Like, you're a catch, my friend.
If I could be like anyone on the planet, it would be you.
And I'm so happy that I know you in that way, and you are one of my best friends.
You're the person I aspire to be someday, and even if I never get there, I'll be a richer person just for having known you.
And that stupid voice of yours is gonna go ridiculously far. Not as far as me, but it will go far.
Your smile, I can't replicate it because it's so big.
You're one of my best friends. That translates roughly to I value you over sex, which is pretty high.
Jenny, I've never had a best friend in my life.
I know that because we're so close, we're gonna be best friends for life.
I just enjoy you.
And then Saturday comes, and it is Hurricane Oats.
You've been my best friend, and I've never had that, and I didn't know what it was like, and now I'm crying. I love you.
Even when you're out in Rocky Mountain all by yourself, we all love you, we're all thinking about you, and we know you're gonna do great.
I don't know how I'm gonna be able to fill the Jenny-sized hole that's gonna be left in my heart.
We're gonna stay in touch, right? Yeah, we're gonna stay in touch, Jenny.
I never told you this, but when we were tree planting, you and Matt really wanted to know who was the best looking guy in camp. Guess what?
You are the sexiest brother that I never had.
Lots of people say I'm nice, but I feel I pale in comparison to you.
And then you just appeared out of nowhere and said, hey, let's make cookies. Or maybe I said that.
Do you remember when you made that drinking game about Kevin Martin, but it wasn't about you?
Stupidest drinking game ever, but for some reason it was a good idea at the time.
Who else is gonna play squash with me? Not Jones.
Kevin, I love you to death.
You're one of those people that as soon as you walk into the room, your positive energy just fills it, and we know that you can just make the worst day turn around just by being you.
It was you. Never told you that. You're the best looking guy, even with that fro.
I'm super glad we've gone through the last year and a half together, and I'm excited for Lethbridge.
You've got it all, Kev, and I feel like I've got it all because I know you.
It's the most important person in my life in the world, and that's Lindsay Cowan.
Is this from another miss? No, you know what this is about.
I remember in the first semester when I thought that you hated me.
That's not okay. Or, Chad.
I love making you giggle.
You said, hey, do you want to go to a movie? I don't have anything to do this Friday. Randomly, you asked me to a movie.
I definitely need you to bring your balance and your sass.
On air, I want to be you on air. I want to do what you do on air.
You're just there to be there and be with me and just be a friend. And that's something that I'm gonna miss a lot.
And that was awkward because I really, so badly wanted us to be friends. And I was just like, Lindsay doesn't like me and I want to be her friend because I admire her so much.
And you've gotten me through what has been both the best and worst year and a half of my life. Thank you so much.
I remember a lot of drunken moments.
You are one of the most loyal individuals I've ever had a chance to be a part of. The way that you have everyone's back, the way that you're always there to lend a hand.
You told me once that I'm pretty much like your little sister, and that meant a lot to me. I don't think you know how much that meant to me.
Thank you so much for your bromance throughout the year and a half. I'm gonna miss you a lot, Matt. See you later.
And you say you're always learning. And no one can argue with someone who constantly wants to learn and get better at everything.
I had a lot of fun with you. You're a crazy dude. And the stories you have are pretty crazy.
Just walking down some back alley after a party and just talking about life, learning about whatever problems or issues have arose in our lives.
You've been my partner in crime for a year and a half. If I ever wanted help doing something stupid but funny, you'd be right there, stapling up hot singles, or whipping McNugget sauce at me, or behind me during my goodbye video to you.
You wear your pants too high.
Dude! I know you're gonna be like that 70-year-old guy in mosh pits. Like if Rise Against does a reunion tour, you're gonna be there like, let's go! And you're gonna be crowd surfing.
We share the same name, so that's gotta be something.
I value your friendship a lot, Mike, and we will definitely be in touch.
You and I are gonna bicker like an old married couple for the rest of our lives, and whoever we do end up marrying is gonna be very jealous of that, I think.
Why are you doing this? Ow!
Nice slap on Cody. I admire you for that. That was well timed.
I'll forever remember you as the guy that made everyone at Nate think our school was on fire.
I'm just gonna miss heart-to-hearts with you, drunken heart-to-hearts with you.
I loved watching you and Chad fight. That's one of my favorite things.
You are my ringtone on my phone for the rest of my life. Hello.
I knew we were going to be friends when you came up to me and said, a guy just asked me to come out to his van.
There's no one else like you, McMull.
You definitely earned the title of being the new class troll.
You're gonna be all-knowing, you're gonna be musical, you're gonna be an entertainer, and you're gonna do so well in the radio industry. I know it. You're gonna just be you're gonna be that lovable character everybody loves.
But don't stop bringing your guitar to parties.
A friendship that starts like that is never going to end. I'm gonna think of you every time I stop at A&W, buddy.
Rebecca Borsch, you are a beautiful heart, and I love you to bits, and you're gonna work hard.
You and your cat are going to Prince George. Please don't get murdered.
I adore you more than anything. You are my girl.
Why don't we get married already? I love you to absolute death.
Even after the odd night where I'd attempt to grope you, you'd be back the next day still smiling at me.
Bex, you are the most compassionate person. Sometimes you overdo it, but it's genuine.
You're so individualistic, you're unique, you know what you want. You are so talented, Rebecca, in every single aspect. Like, I'm like, man, this girl keeps beating me at everything she does, production on air. She's so good.
We have to keep our heart to hearts no matter how far you go away. I won't give that up.